In this video, we're going to be testing out the M1 13-inch MacBook Pro and trying out the specific Adobe Creative apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, XD, and also Adobe Lightroom and see how they run with the M1 chip on the 13-inch MacBook Pro. What's up guys, welcome back to Abra Creative. My name is RR Abrat, and this channel we like to specifically give you the tips and the tools that you need to get your graphic design career started. And the tool that we're going to look at specifically today is a 13-inch MacBook Pro. And we're going to have an in-depth look on how these Adobe apps run specifically on the 13-inch MacBook Pro. If you want to get an overview on how the portability, the display, or the battery life is on the MacBook Pro, make sure you check out the video up here and click that. That's more of a general overview. This is the video that goes into the specifics, and we're going to show you how these apps run on this particular laptop. Now this particular model is the base model or the cheapest model of the M1 MacBook Pro that you can find on the Apple Store. This one is exactly $1,299 US dollars, and this has the M1 chip, an 8-core CPU or GPU, has a 13-inch Retina display, 8 gigabytes RAM memory, and also 256 SSD hard drive. Now at the time of this recording, Adobe still has not developed all of their apps to be native on the M1 chip. Currently, as it stands, everything is running on Rosetta so that you can run these Adobe Creative apps, except for one of them, which is Lightroom. But if you actually go to the Adobe Creative Cloud, you're now able to download a lot of these beta apps that have Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects, Adobe Audition. So they don't necessarily still don't have like Illustrator or InDesign or XD. The only really one that they have that's native is Lightroom. But you can go ahead and try out these beta apps and see how they run. And at least we see that they're making progress already, so you can start on these. Now the one we're going to try today are just the ones that are running on Rosetta. So we're going to start out with Photoshop. So I went ahead and opened up a file here, which is a design that I made probably a couple of years ago for my church. And so we're going to go and check out the things here, do some resizing here and there, see how it's running. Now keep in mind, I don't have other apps running right now, so I only have Photoshop running, but as you can see, it's running pretty fast. Don't have a problem resizing or anything like that. Let's go and check out some of the other layers. This is kind of the problem that I had. As you can see, with a 13-inch, you can barely see the layers. Even if I were to say close this tab group, which is probably an important tab group, it's still kind of, it still has not much retail space on the screen, especially when you're working with all these layers. So far, just like with the Mac Mini, there shouldn't be any problem running the running Photoshop on this. Now keep in mind, I do have it plugged in now, so I'm not running on battery power. So let's see if I were to edit the verse a little bit. Oh, I accidentally started Uverse. So let's say if I were to edit the verse a little bit. Hello, I am RR. Okay, see, it's not working that bad. If we were to say, now this one is it's at 16.7% view right now, so this is actually a pretty large format file, not in the PSB territory, not like poster or banner territory, but it shouldn't have any hangups. Now if you were to say make it design like a poster or anything like that, you'll probably experience some lag and some struggles, and you will with that with any file anyway. You're gonna have some problems in that department. So make sure, if it's just regular design, especially if you're just using like graphics that are gonna go in the web, not like huge billboards or posters, you shouldn't have a problem using Photoshop, just like with the M1 Mac Mini. Now keep in mind, it's just gonna get better. When it runs natively, there's really nowhere to go but up. Let's go ahead and export this file. Let's save this file and see how long that will take. So we'll go ahead and save this. And it's not as fast as I would like. Literally just saving the file, we made minor changes. Now it's done. So you just saw an exact representation of how long it will take to save the file. If we were to export it to a JPEG, let's see how long that takes. Of course, like I said, you're gonna start seeing some lag here and there. Let's put it on the highest compression. We're seeing it struggle up until now. I will say this, I don't know, I am plugged in, so it's not as impressive as the Mac Mini. I will say that to you right now. This is the honest take. So Photoshop is running well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Photoshop running in the background. I'm going to keep it open, and we're going to go ahead and open up Illustrator and see how that works. So let's go ahead and open up Illustrator. And this is a design that actually a freelancer made for me for another church, and we'll see how that works. So I'm opening up Illustrator right from the get-go. So it's taking a pretty good amount of time just to open up. Admittedly, I do have Photoshop open. And we are still waiting. I don't know if it's probably because I haven't opened up an Illustrator file before that's taking forever. I'm gonna go look at the view of the city while I'm waiting for this to open. Okay, we finally got it to open. There are some files that are missing, but we'll just work with what we have here. Let's see how this works. We just move it around. Not a problem. Okay. If we were to change it to all right, it's not as bad. It's running pretty well. Let's try saving this file. See how that goes. I admit to you, I'm not really that proficient in Illustrator. And you'd be like, you call yourself a graphic designer? I know, I'm sorry. So, did it save it? What happened? Let's say Control Save. Illustrator doesn't run that. I mean, Illustrator is pretty fast. I mean, as you can see, there's 8.76% view. So if we were to view to like 100%, it's pretty large format. But man, loading up Illustrator took forever. Now let's go ahead and try out InDesign. Let me go ahead and close out Photoshop here. Okay, there you go. We forced it to quit. So let's go ahead and open up InDesign so we can see how long it takes to open these up. I know I didn't show Photoshop. I will say Photoshop didn't take as long. Now, probably because I have opened it before. InDesign, Illustrator took forever because I've never opened it yet. So that one took a little bit of a long time. So we're opening up InDesign now. I never opened up InDesign. I don't really use InDesign that much. I actually ended up just downloading a template online and kind of mess with it on InDesign. But we'll see how long it takes to load. And here we are. We are waiting to load again. Okay, so that did not take as long as Illustrator. Now, still not as fast as I would like, but at least not as bad as Illustrator. So here we go. We have InDesign open right now. And let's try to maybe edit some apps. This is what we do. Let's try to move around some things here and there. Okay, InDesign is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I will say the most impressive so far has been Photoshop as far as moving stuff around. The one that's been not impressive would be Illustrator. So let's see how this goes here. If I were to resize, if I were to resize this, okay. So it's not as bad. There are a little bit buggy, like when I'm trying to zoom out and in, it's not as smooth as I would like. And let's try saving this file. So let me try saving it. We'll just save it just like that. Now saving files don't take that long. It's already there. It's already saved pretty much. So pretty good. InDesign, I mean, it's just average. And then the last one we want to try, well, a couple more. We're going to go ahead and try out XD. Now XD is not that slow. We shouldn't have a problem running XD, to be honest. But we'll go ahead and open up right now. So let me go and open XD. I have a file that just like our web design layout that we're working on. I'm gonna keep InDesign open on purpose, just like I did with Illustrator, to see how that runs. So open up this XD file, runs pretty fast. XD, just like with Figma or Sketch, it shouldn't run that slowly, especially because these are kind of web-based apps, and you shouldn't have a problem. I mean, XD runs lightning fast. If you're just going to be using this for UI design or anything like that, then you're good to go. You can totally use this. But when you're doing heavier graphics like Photoshop, larger Photoshop files, or even like Illustrator, you may have a struggle with the 13-inch MacBook Pro. Now remember, this is the base model. Let's try. Yeah, there's no problem with XD. And then the final thing we're gonna go check out is Lightroom. Now Lightroom, keep in mind, is already native to the M1 chip, okay? So let's go and open up Lightroom, and I'm gonna go and put out a photo for Lightroom. Well, Lightroom's taking forever to open. Let's try closing InDesign. Maybe that'll help. Okay, so let's open up this photo. I'm gonna do a new photo. As you can see, I've actually tried it already before. I've been, messing around with it, but we're gonna try this photo. How do I open it with Lightroom? Add photos. There you go. Let's add some photos in here. And I'm going to add this one of my beautiful two daughters. Okay, I've actually used it already before, but we're going to use Lightroom. Now this one is regular Lightroom. There's also Lightroom Classic. Let me know below in the comments if you use Lightroom Classic or whatever. So far we're going to be running regular Lightroom. It shouldn't have a problem. It's just really photo-based apps. Or a photo-based, we're really just editing photos, so there's no multiple layers to work with. We're really just editing the source file of this photo, so that shouldn't have a problem. Let's go ahead and try to export this into a JPEG. Now the dimensions, I'm going to do full-size dimensions with 100% quality, and let's go ahead and export the photo into documents and see how long the process will take. Oh, it's done. Okay, there you go. Finished. Now we went ahead and tried out the Adobe apps. You can make your own judgment on what you think. Like I said, I don't recommend this for graphic designers. I do recommend a bigger screen, or maybe you can just try the M1 Mac Mini. But you saw the screen recordings. You saw us use these Adobe apps. Make the judgment for yourself if you want to try this out. Well, that's it for today, guys. If you want to see the overview of the 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro, go ahead and click the video here. If you want to see the video about the Mac Mini, go ahead and click this video. And on the next video, we're going to be trying out these particular apps, Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects, and see how they run on the M1 chip. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments below. Until next time, guys, please like, please subscribe, and peace out.